This is Silver. He just came in yesterday. I'm going to work him for the first time. He's pretty dirty. I'm going to have to rinse him, wash him when I get done. A little bit on his story, because this is important. He's 17 years old. The last time his owner went to ride him, he reared up with her. She got off, hadn't got back on. So we're going to see, I'm kind of expecting a little bit of attitude. But a little bit more background, going back a little bit further. She bought him out of Texas, and the ad said that he was grandma broke, kid broke, dad broke, really good horse. And she's had him for, I think she said, close to a year. And she said that the first several months that she rode him, he was all that he was advertised to be. Seemed to be a really nice horse. But over time, he started to giving her problems. And over a period of a few months, it went downhill to the point where he rearing up with her, doing some really bad things. I've talked about this exact thing not long ago, where when you have a horse that gives you a problem, a little problem in the beginning, and you don't do something about it, that problem is going to keep escalating. If you have a horse that you want to turn left and he pulls his head around to go right, and you say, okay, we'll go right, that's how that problem starts. That's how problems like what he's given starts. That's exactly how it works. When you tell your horse to go left, that horse needs to go left. And as long as the horse, you go left, pull ahead, say let's go, then you never have a horse that does like what he's doing, and it progresses to the point where he's rearing up with his owner. So I don't really know what to expect when I get on him. I'm going to give him the opportunity to behave, to be good, but I expect at some point he's going to test me to see if he can get out of working. I saddled him up in the barn. He saddled up like a broke horse, saddled up really good. We had to put a couple different saddles on him to find one that fit. This is actually Raven's ranch saddle. None of mine fit good. I'm going to get his head to the left a little bit, get where I can get his head around. Now just as soon as I put my foot in, he swung his butt around. I also felt his back to tighten up. Let's go one more time. Now, I've talked about mounting block issues are actually riding issues, and he is testing me here to see what he can get away with. There's two different ways I can handle this. So I can get onto him pretty hard, and chances are I get onto him hard, and then I've passed the test. He's going to be better for me when I get on his back. If I just kind of pick at it and don't do anything here, then most likely he's going to test me harder when I get on his back. Some videos I talk about, I'm just going to work with the mounting block and get on and work with the horse. Some of the videos I get pretty hard on them on the ground. The Halflinger got really hard on her on the ground because she was doing this kind of thing. It was testing the rider, testing me before I even got on his back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up to get on again. He moves, I'm going to back him up pretty aggressively because I want to pass the test now. Because if I pass the test now, chances are he's less likely to do something bad like rear, buck when I get in the saddle. So if he does that again, I'm going to be really hard, and that's going to be why. Just stand here a minute. Maybe you heard me talking. Nope. All right. Back up, back up, back up. Now let's go do it again, see what happens. Let's see what he does this time. He might try me harder. He might say, okay. Now, if he tries me harder, that's going to mean that this is a horse that is ready for a fight. If he stands good, that means this is a horse that's like, okay, I understand, I'll behave now. Now, we had a hard time finding a saddle that fit him. It's a possibility that they had a saddle on him that didn't fit good, and he's expecting this to hurt. Now, I'm not even trying to swing my leg over. I'm waiting for him to just kind of chill out. See if he'll stop. I'm going to stop again. I've got the center of my weight over the saddle so that I'm not pulling the saddle off to the side. What I'm waiting for is for his body to relax. See how he started chewing when I got up here? I'm beginning to think that some of this might be a saddle fit issue with the owner's saddle. And we're going to see. All right. Step back down. We're going to do it again. So I always get the question, well, how do you know it's not pain? How do you know it is this? How do you know it's that? Well, it's from years of working horses and seeing how they react and seeing what they do. And I'm watching how he reacts to different things, and I'm taking that into account. See if he'll stop. Ask him to stop. It's almost like he brought me back to the step, huh? Step down, let's do it again. Now what I'm watching, every time I do this, I'm feeling how tense his body is. You'll be able to see his mouth and what his mouth is doing. Sometimes the mouth doesn't mean anything. I think in his case, the mouthing is a little bit of worry. That time I noticed as he mouthed a little less, his back got a little less tense. So they said, the owner said, that when they first got him home, he was everything that the ad said. Now I'm going to back him up again, but not as aggressive as before. Back up, back up. I wasn't as aggressive because he seems to be improving. The owner said that when they got him home, when they bought him, he was everything they said he was supposed to be for a while. And then he started to get worse. My first thought was, attitude from not being made to behave. I'm beginning to think there's some pain, or there was some pain from a poor fitting saddle. See how his expression has changed? I don't think it's a matter of him accepting me as the leader. I think he's figuring out there's not as much pain. Now, I've seen a couple of odd steps with that left front foot. He's a good candidate for Magna Wave. He's also starting to respond to my reins. Now he has pads on with his shoes. He's shod like a navicular horse would be. So there could be some pain down low. But I'm thinking it was from a poor fitting saddle, because we had a hard time finding one that fit him. Let's do this one more time. Every time I do this, I get a comment about hanging off the side of the horse. But my weight is centered over the horse. I have my foot in the stirrup. But notice the saddle, I'm not pulling the saddle over. My weight is centered. So it's not like I'm pulling the horse over to the right. If you're getting on a horse correctly, your weight should be centered. See how his chewing is better. Still doing a little bit. We're gonna have to come around to the left. I don't want him to get me against the wall. That right there, he just looked over the wall. He's less worried about me and more looking around. That's a good sign. Got my left foot a little further in the stirrup than I would like. Pull it out a little bit. Get a little bit of room, bring his head to the left. Give me some room, there we go. Some room. Now, this owner's daughter is a vet. So this horse has had good vet care. But they might not have known what to look for, what to look at. So I'm going to stop there for today. And what I'm going to do is tomorrow I'm going to palpate all over his body, looking for soreness in his back, looking for soreness in his leg. And I'm thinking that might be something I need to look at. I'm also want to look at his feet, because he does have pads on with his shoes. And I'm beginning to think with him, it might not necessarily be a attitude issue as much as a medical issue. So I'll work him over the next day or two, kind of feel out, because it doesn't do any good to call a vet and say, look at the whole horse. Where's the problem? It's not the vet's not going to be able to give you a very good assessment when you say, I don't know, he ain't right. Well, what's the vet going to look at? He can do a flex test, movement test. He might move off. He might move asymmetrically, but that not be where the pain is. So I need to be able to say, okay, let's look at this area, let's look at that area, let's look at Magna Wave, let's look at whatever. And we'll go from there. And over the next couple days, if I can sort that through, and maybe his mind gets a little bit better and realizes that, hey, it doesn't hurt anymore, I expect some improvement. So this is Silver. I'll do some more videos of him. There'll be a playlist somewhere here on YouTube. Until next time, thank you for watching.